This is Mayhem Athletes tips and tricks videos for age group, online qualifiers, and occupational games. Event 1 is 3 rounds per time of 20 toes to bar, 20 dumbbell snatch, alternating at 50 pounds for the ladies and 70 pounds for the men. All right, event 1, 3 rounds, 20 toes to bar, 20 dumbbell snatch. Nothing really crazy here other than manage your grip. Lot of grip. Remember, you have to project. Angelo doesn't have a mic, so he's going to be talking.
A lot of grip.
And so one thing to think about here is the more I do them, I think touch and go does help just a little bit, almost like with a barbell. Maybe not do the full set of 20 each time. This is going to be a pretty quick workout. Your grip will get burnt out, but you're still, even if you're not switching, you're still using your grip the whole way down because it's not like a barbell where you can just drop it. So think about that. So you might be able to just go ahead and switch and get a couple touch and go, shake out, do a couple maybe sets of 5 if you have to, or 2 sets of 10. I don't know. Angelo's actually doing these workouts. So I don't know what you're thinking and what your thought process is there. But
I mean, you definitely want to go touch and go with a dumbbell because, like he said, you're going down with it anyways. You might as well switch hands and come back up with it. Save your back a little bit.
Get a little bounce.
Yeah, get a bounce. I mean, a little bit of a bounce off the ground, and not spend more time bent over than you have to. So get through them as quick as you can. Get back to the toes to bar. Your grip's going to bowl up. That's going to be the main problem here. So yeah, it's just a matter of managing that and breaking up early and maybe those first 2 sets. And then if you feel like you can hang on for the 3rd one, then do that. But if you start the other way around, you start with big sets and you fall off, it's going to be a lot bigger rest at the end than you would in the middle or the beginning. So you're really going to pay for it if you kind of go out too hot.
I feel like this is a good test because heavier men and women will do better with the dumbbell. Lighter men and women will do better with the gymnastics. So there's really 2 different strategies when going about this. So for me, I feel like obviously I want to make up some time on the dumbbell, so I would probably break this a little less and break this more. This is a whole lot quicker to break.
Yeah, I
so
think
if you do 5s or something like that is easier, or like we do our kind of progressive rep.
12 and 8, do 2 good steps on the toes to bar.
So, but yeah, I think those are your main things on that. You know, I don't know what the rules are going to be and how you got to do the grips, but on toes to bar, this is one that you can just kind of flap over and grab on. I don't like to do that on any other movement, but toes to bar because my hand isn't moving as much like on a pull-up or a muscle-up. So that's something to think about. Or, you know, maybe wear a larger grip where it'll bunch up a little bit when you grab on if you have to keep your fingers through the holes. But yeah, this is a grip burner. Pretty good little workout though. Should be relatively fast. So push it. Event 2, 50 overhead squats, 65 for the ladies, 95 for the men. 40 bar facing burpees, 40 back rack walking lunge, 30 bar facing burpees, 30 cleans, anyhow, power or squat, 20 bar facing burpees, just thrown there in the middle for no reason, 20 pistols, and then 10 muscle ups. All right, event 2, 50 overhead squats, 40 bar facing burpees, 40 back rack walking lunge steps, 30 bar facing burpees, 30 cleans, 20 bar facing burpees, 20 pistols, and 10 muscle ups. Yeah, I think manage your fatigue on the 50. You could have to, if you wanted to, you could go 50, but right into 40 bar facing burpees, maybe a 30-20 or something like that might be good there. The back rack walking lunge, I think hang on to that. I'm assuming it's going to be in 10-foot increment or 10-step increments. Back to your bar facing burpees, stay low, stay smart. I wouldn't recommend spinning in a circle. You get incredibly dizzy on these.
Face the same plate the whole time.
Yep. Cleans, power or squat. With this weight, should probably be power, maybe sets of 10. Quick little shakeout. No need to rush it. Back to the bar facing burpees, and then
the best movement of the whole workout.
The whole best part of the workout. 20 pistols, which whatever. They're pistols. Make sure, for me, I'm gonna have to, if I'm doing this, I'm not doing this workout with you, sorry buddy. I'll do 20 power snatch or something instead of that because that would be better here. But then you got 20 pistols. Make sure you're good and warmed up for that. That's knees and ankles. I mean, you are doing a bunch of squatting, so you should be pretty warmed up, but make sure you're good on that. Luckily, it's only 10 on each, but like I said, what's the point if you're doing that? But anyway, from there, you're going 10 muscle ups. Shoulder's gonna be nice and fatigued.
Yeah, from all the
yeah, you're gonna be,
cleans.
yeah, this is, I think, honestly, that's gonna be the whole piece of the workout, whoever can manage their fatigue to that point, shoulders and pressing. So, pretty good workout, pretty straightforward. Nothing, no real tips and tricks other than manage, know yourself. Like we
burpee pace, just find a good pace in the burpees. Don't push it early. I mean, it's a lot more shoulder fatigue than it looks like. Overhead squats, obviously. Back rack, walking lunge.
Yeah, it's just not comfortable. Yeah, you're just not in a good spot.
So everything but the pistols is shoulder fatigue, even though it doesn't look like it. So those muscle-ups are probably gonna be tougher than they look on paper.
Yep. So pretty straightforward, like I said. As in just like the first workout, there's gonna be 2 styles or 2 different athletes. If you're good with the barbell, you want to press those barbell movements and just survive on the bar facing burpees, and vice versa if you're really good at burpees. So push the burpees and try to survive on the barbell movements. And I just, don't go to failure on anything. Don't get to where, always be able to burpee. Even if it's super slow, you have to go to some type of recovery type burpee, but there's no real reason to stop on the burpees. Just keep moving. Yep. Event 2.
What's up, Mayhem Athletes? Age group online qualifiers were just released. I just finished workout number 1, so I'm in the back room while my CrossFit Weddington crew is doing their rounds. I want to give you some tips on the gymnastics. So for the toes to bar, I want you guys to remember to get that really good overgrip using the larger forearm muscles. This is a grippy workout. When you go back, remember you have to extend those heels behind the line of the bar. So when you do that, tighten those back muscles, and that will act as a spring for your next rep. When it comes to the pistols, I like to bounce a little bit off of my heel. So if you are flexible enough, that will give you a little bit of momentum. Make sure you stand all the way up before you put down that other foot to start the next pistol. For the rope climbs, we want to be as efficient as possible, which means make our body as tall as possible, which means we're going to reach really tall and we're going to bring our feet to our hands so we have minimal amount of pulls. Try and practice getting down efficiently with the least amount of taxing on your body. When it comes to handstand push-ups, remember you move better through space when you are most tight and tense. So press through the heel of your palm while you keep your core super engaged. And last but not least, we have ring muscle ups in the age group online qualifier right now. There's only 10 of them, but it means you have to be super efficient. Think about bringing the rings to and around your body instead of bringing your body up to the rings. That will help tighten the strap of the rings. And remember, you'll move easier when it's a more static instead of dynamic apparatus. Good luck to you guys, and I'll be throwing it down with you.
Event 3, we have an AMRAP of 10 minutes of ascending number of rope climbs with ascending number of shuttle runs. So 1 rope climb equals 2 shuttle runs. You add another rope climb, you add 2 shuttle runs, and so on and so forth. So you get to 10 minutes. Event number 3, AMRAP 10 minutes, 1 rope climb, and 2 shuttle runs, 2 rope climbs, 4 shuttle runs, 3, 6, so on and so forth. Up 1 rope climb each time, up 2 shuttle runs. I think it's rope climb efficiency. Yeah. How quick can you get on that rope?
And your turnarounds
and
on the shuttle runs.
And your turnaround on the shuttle runs. But I think, like I said, not staring at the rope and getting your feet good and locked in so you don't get that random heart rate spike when you feel like you're gonna fall. Efficiency on the rope, and then, like I said, like you said, shuttle runs.
I think your final shuttle run into the rope, you wanna run right up, jump, hit your first rope climb. If you need chalk, get chalk after that first rep.
Yeah.
Don't stop, use your momentum after that run and get right to it every time.
Yeah, so I think shuttle run, what we learned, really just stay low. Yeah. Get right into it on that turn, touch. Don't worry about touching and then turning. Turn, touch, go. 3 points of contact, no missed reps. You don't want to waste.
Yeah.
Same on the rope climb. When you get to that, make sure your pulls are efficient. Yeah. Get to that 15-foot line.
Get a clear touch, yeah.
Yeah, clear touch. Don't get that weird half pull that you got to do as well. Yeah. So Efficiency on the rope and efficiency on the run.
I think once you get past the first 3 rounds are going to be quick, and then after that, the 10 minutes is going to go by pretty quick. I feel like once you get turning and you're on that round of 10 shuttle runs, that's going to eat up a lot of time. You're not even going to notice it. So
yeah.
I think it's going to be a little bit quicker than you think once you get about halfway through. You want around 5 minutes, it'll start really ticking away.
It's going to be a high heart rate workout though, so be ready for that.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your heart rate good and high. I'm sure Pamela has a bunch of tips and tricks and things to think about on the rope climb. So do those things. She knows what she's talking about. Event 4, CrossFit total. We have a back squat, you have a deadlift, you have a shoulder press. I'm not sure what order, if it has to be in any order, but that's what we got. Event 4, CrossFit total. Starting with a back squat, going to a strict press, and then on to the deadlift. Get good and warmed up. 80 to 90% on each movement before you start the clock. And then you have 10 minutes on each lift. You probably spend your most time on the front and back end. The press, you're not going to use a ton of time because, well, it's a press. You got what you got. Yep. Back squat, if you miss one, you're going to think about that, the time it takes to change the weights and do all that stuff, strip the bar.
Definitely get some help. If there's some other people at your gym, have them help you load the bar. Especially if you miss one, have them help you clean it up, load the bar. It's going to save you a lot of energy and a lot of time.
Yep, if that's legal.
If it's
legal. We want to make sure it's in the rules.
If that's legal. It wasn't the individual, so let's go ahead. I would say that it is going to be, but make sure you read the rules.
Yep, so you got 30 minutes, like we said, 12-ish probably minutes on the back squat and probably deadlift, maybe a little bit less on the deadlift, and then on the press, about 8-ish minutes or 6 minutes. So
80-90% on the lifts. For the press, I would try to avoid doing too many reps there. I mean, I'd take relatively bigger jumps when you get closer to the weight that you think you're going to hit is when I start taking smaller jumps, but your shoulders will tire out quick. So don't make a ton of tiny jumps that you don't need to make on your shoulder press. Warm your shoulders up properly before so you don't have to make such tiny jumps. Take relatively big jumps till you get up to your weight.
Don't waste time here.
Yeah.
You can make very small improvements on your score, maybe 5 pounds, where on a deadlift or a back squat, you get 10 or 15 minutes or pounds.
Ton of pounds.
It's a big difference.
Yep.
So my kids are obnoxious, turn down the iPad. So, all right. So we got event 5 is a repeat from 2014, and it's 3 rounds, 50 cal row, 15 handstand push-ups, and 50 double unders. All right, event 5, 50 cals, probably 40 for the ladies, I don't know. 50 cals?
50 cals.
All right, 50 cals for everybody. 15 handstand push-ups, they don't have to be strict, and 50 double unders. Let's be honest.
A lot of rowing.
This is the whole workout.
Yep.
If you can push the pace here, make up a little bit of time, do it. Handstand push-ups, if you've got them, if strict is in the cards for you and you can do them relatively quick, I feel like it's faster to do strict, or it is for me at least, than to do kipping. 15 is not many at this day and age. And then 50 double unders is what, 30 seconds?
Yep.
So the most, basically you've got a minute between these two per round, and then you're on this thing for 2 minutes per round. So think about that. On your row pace, push it. Maybe don't push it to where you're redlining and you can't hop right on the wall and hit your handstand push-ups or pick up your rope and you're tripping everywhere. But push your pace. There's not a ton. Getting in and out of the rower, be smart. A lot of people, make sure you're pushing down, forward and up. I like to cinch down. Some people like.
I think for the 50 calories, I'd cinch down. I mean, you're only doing it twice in the workout. If you start on the rower, you're only going to have to do it twice. And for those 50 calories, it's a pretty long time on the rower, so you're going to want every advantage you can. I would cinch your feet down, make sure the foot pad's where you want the damper set right. Find your pace early and settle in, because you're going to be doing mostly that for the workout. Yep.
Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. If you've been doing CrossFit for a while in the age group online qualifiers, you've probably done this workout already. So, pick a pace on that row and try to stick with it. And hang on your handstand and double unders. It's a little bit of a rest. 50 double unders is not much, like we said. Neither is a handstand push-up. So it's a lot of time on the rower. Most of the workout's on the rower. 2/3 of it, probably.
At least.
All right, that's event 5. Good luck, crush them all. All right, so we're going to talk through a little bit of how we would break it up best way. If you have today, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to do all of these, what's the way you would attack it, Angelo?
I think right now, and this could change, but I think this is a good way to break it up. Starting with event 4, if you're fresh, a lot of you probably have tapered for this, so you're fresh, you want to hit those big weights, and then try not to come back to that. This is your best chance, the least sore you're going to be. Hit those, get your biggest weights. And then we talked about these are your 2 grippy workouts. So I would choose between event 1 and event 3. I'd probably choose event 1 because
to hit tonight.
To hit tonight because it's going to be due tomorrow. You don't want to have to wake up tomorrow and have 2 due before noon Pacific. So I would go ahead and do event 4, event 1 on Thursday. And then on Friday, I would start with event 2. Because, kind of have to because it's due at noon. So start with event 2. Give yourself some time. Then in the afternoon, I would choose to hit event 3 or event 5. That's kind of dealer's choice, honestly, at that point. You're ahead of the game already. Event 3 or event 5. And then the following morning, Saturday morning, do whichever one you didn't do Friday night. That would get you done in 3 days, and then give you an afternoon for a redo if you needed it, or possibly Sunday morning for a redo if you needed it. So that's a good strategy. If you only have Friday afternoon, Saturday, and Sunday.
But most people have today. It's Thursday.
And do it.
So that you could do any of these. That works for pretty much every way.
Well, the only other way, let's say you had to work all day tomorrow tonight, if you could hit the total and then one of these 2, I might do this one tonight. But it really feels how you feel. This one's a shorter workout, so maybe that's easier to do. Tomorrow night, tomorrow morning you got to wake up and hit that. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And then you could just go Saturday, Sunday, if you want to do one a day.
Yeah.
Just like to spread it out to get the most intensity.
Or if you have no time, you have to do these 2 tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. If you got to go to work tomorrow, then yeah, that's true. Sorry, guys. You're going to hit. I would do, probably this one first and this one.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know. Those muscle ups, I feel like, are going to add up. It's going to be harder for a lot of people to hit the muscle ups at the end of this workout. And so if you've got the grip fatigue, grip fatigue of that,
it's athlete specific.
Go to the gym early in the morning and do this one. Don't wait.
Get up at 5 a.m. Hit this. Sorry, real jobs. That's good. I don't think there's anything. Spread them out is obviously the most intensity, like we talked about. You got to finish these by 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do this one first. If you have any ability at all, it's going to benefit you well to lift fresh. We'll lay it out. If you're a Mayhem Master, Mayhem Teens, or Age Occupational, look there in SugarWOD. We'll give you suggested order, kind of like we talked through, and then warm-ups for all of them. Our videos will be there along with strategy for each workout.
Peace.